Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre on Monday defended the Royal St. Lucia Police Force's continued enforcement against cannabis trafficking amid criticism from a pro-marijuana activist. His comments came in response to alleged complaints from cannabis law reformist Andre De of the Herbal Cooperative, THC, who argues against prioritizing continued stiff police enforcement of marijuana crimes. Pierre said at a weekly media briefing that police are following existing laws, which have been partially relaxed but not fully legalized cannabis.
In terms of cannabis, I know that the minister is preparing a policy, a complete policy, to strengthen what exists. As you know, it is our government that decriminalized the use of small quantities of cannabis. It is our government that said that if you get arrested and you have a record, you expunge from the records. It's our government that did that. It's our government who is looking into the use. Some work was started by the last government, but our government is continuing that work and enforcing it and strengthening it. The work to the eventual decision as whether cannabis is going to be legalized or not.
The Prime Minister again noted his administration has decriminalized possession of small amounts for personal use and allowed households to grow up to 4 trees. But Pierre said trafficking remains illegal. He said government ministers are reviewing possible further reforms with input from a commissioned study. But changes to fully legalize the drug industry have not yet been enacted.
Right now, cannabis is not legalized. What's legalized is small quantities for personal use and for the planting of 4 trees per household. This is what is legalized. This is the law. We're looking into that law. It's been looked into, but again, that's the function of law enforcement. I will not, if that is the opinion of Mr. De I can't fault him for his opinion. But the fact is, the trafficking of cannabis is still an offense. And that's reality. That's the police face. That's reality. So until these laws are changed, and I can tell you, we are actively looking at these laws, actively pursuing these laws. The minister has formed her commission, and these have been looked into, and I'm sure very shortly you'll have a statement. So then the police now would know what is trafficking and what is personal use.
Proponents have expressed concern about law enforcement's discernment of the amendments to cannabis legislation. Pierre said he is cognizant of this perspective, but stands by the police commissioner's approach to enforcing current law. The Prime Minister added any shortcomings would be tackled.
He was also saying that he believes that the police force is not being educated in the protocol for cannabis or for prescription.
I have mentioned that to the police commissioner, and she's assured me that if there are any deficiencies in this regard, she's going to make sure it happens.
In November 2023, the lower house passed a bill to establish a legal framework governing the cannabis industry. The Regulated Substances Bill creates a Regulated Substances Authority and licensing system as the island nation continues incremental steps toward cannabis reform.